Hi everyone, it's Steffi and welcome to my channel. Oh, excuse me. Wow. All right, so today started off good, but then it went kind of south. So here's what happened. Carter got sent home from school today, and this is like only the second time since he's been at his regular school, which he started in January, that he's been sent home. So it's been like like every month and a half now. Originally, I had a plan with his after school program where they could pick him up early, but due to like state regulations and the budget that he has for his waiver program, and what the state will pay for, we can't have him go to his after school program early. So I had to pick him up. I had to come home. So now I am home for the rest of the day with him until his after school program officially starts, and then they're going to pick him up. I already talked to my boss. He told me to just take the rest of the day off, take some PTO. So now I'm home for the rest of the day, and I'm actually like really like upset about this because the school is sending him home. Like, I feel like if there is an IEP team and that IEP team has like a program set in place, like a behavior intervention plan, otherwise known as a BIP, most kids that have an IEP have one. And in the behavior intervention plan, it kind of goes through in there like what happens when you see behaviors and what they're going to do. And I feel like she was doing all the things she needed to do, but she felt like he was just going to escalate again. So she was like, well, you might as well just pick him up. So we didn't tell him that I was coming. I just showed up. And as soon as he saw me, he started crying because he knows when this happens, I'm going to take his phone away and he's not going to get it back for like a week. So he was very upset at that. And I mean, honestly, I'm just mad because now I'm missing out on work when I shouldn't. Like, the whole thing that bothers me is, and this has been my struggle while I have had Carter, you know, in all the years that I've had him, is it always comes down to me having to leave work and then me eventually getting in trouble and getting infractions for having to leave work to get Carter. Now, last job I had, I did have FMLA. There's some legal stuff I can't talk about, but what I can tell you is I was utilizing my FMLA the way I was supposed to, and I still got fired. So I feel like even if I had FMLA right now, it probably wouldn't matter because they would find a way around this. Because for whatever reason, if you have intermittent FMLA, some people seem to think it's just an excuse for you to leave work, and they look at you differently and they treat you like you're this horrible person because you're excused and you're leaving work because you have a reason to. And they're like, oh, well, she just gets to take off of work all the time, and that's not fair. And now we have to do her work. And it actually makes me really mad because it's like, if you really understood, the amount of medications that I have to deal with my children every day, the amount of therapy and services they go to, the amount of appointments there are, the amount of behaviors that I deal with. Like, my children are not mainstream children, and there are things that I deal with every day that most parents don't have to deal with. And yeah, this is probably going to turn into a rant video, but you know what? I'm honestly so like pissed off and irritated at people that just don't get it and just don't understand and like judge me because they think that I'm either not addressing the issues with my children and letting them be like rude little a-holes, or that people just think that I'm just on this free ride with the job and that I don't care, because I do care a lot. Actually, I really, something happened with the video there. I'm not sure what. But it really makes me mad because all that I want to do is I want to have a full-time job. I want to be successful, and I want my kids to be in school. That's all that I want. And I mean, these are little things, but honestly, people with mainstream kids, they don't have to deal with this. They can just send their kids to school. They can do their job. They don't have all these different stupid ass appointments to go to. They don't have to deal with, coming home and having their kids have all these issues and not go to bed on time, or, having medications run out like we just had, where apparently, and this also makes me mad. Okay, the kids are on this liquid medicine. Let me go get it. Okay, both boys are on this. So the kids are on this liquid medicine. This is called, let me see if I can show you. This is called Quilivant XR. It is given by syringe, and this is what the bottle looks like. There isn't very much left in this bottle at all, which is the problem. I can't show you the other side of this box because it does have Maddox's information on it with our address and his birthday and things like that. So I'm not going to show that on camera, but it comes in this box, and that's the size of the bottle. Usually they fill the bottle up halfway. It is a mixed solution, so it's kind of like if you were to get children's Motrin or children's Tylenol from the store. The medicine is mixed in with the flavored syrup. So what they do at the pharmacy is they have the flavored syrup and they put that in there. And then when I go to pick it up, I actually have to wait for the pharmacist to add the liquid medicine into the bottle. And sometimes it can take like 15 minutes. So it's actually a real pain in the ass because I have to do this for 2 medications. And for whatever reason, both of my kids' medications, their refill date is like a week apart. I don't know how that happened. But also, when I go to refill this at the pharmacy, I have to call and get the script from the doctor. The doctor then will fax it over to the pharmacy. The pharmacy then wants 1 week to mix this up. Okay, this is the part that I don't understand. If you're not going to mix it up until the day that I come in and I pick it up, why do you need a week in between there? It doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, so this bottle actually isn't even, like this little bottle isn't the bottle Carter gets. He usually gets a bottle about this big. And like I said, they only fill this up like maybe like up to here. So they only fill it up like halfway. Well, for whatever reason, Carter got one of these small bottles this month. They didn't tell me why, but I was like, maybe they put more, medicine in there. Maybe it'll last us all month. So I have been using it for 2 weeks with him. Like we use it every morning, just like normal. And I realized today, I'm like, oh my God, we're going to run out. What is going on? So I called the doctor. I told them what was going on. They said they'll talk to the pharmacy. Actually, Carter's psychologist, who he gets them, what is it called? Psychiatrist. His psychiatrist that prescribes him this med for both kids, because they see the same psychiatrist, is out today. So he can't fill the script until tomorrow. But when the nurse called me back, she said the pharmacy only had enough of this medicine for a 2-week supply, so that's why we got the smaller bottle. Why wouldn't you tell me when I went to pick this up, hey, just so you know, we don't have your full month of meds, so we're going to give you this, but you need to call us when you're running out. Today has been one of those days where it's one thing after another, and I'm like trying to see the positive light in things, like as I said in my last video. So there's obviously a reason why this is happening. There's a reason why me and Carter were home today. There's a reason for this, but I'm trying to figure out what it is, and I'm, honestly a little bit upset. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? But it's like, I just feel like other parents don't really understand what it's like to have a special needs child and to have all these barriers that you have to deal with. And, to be able to be a single parent at that. I mean, yes, I'm engaged to Andy. Yes, we are in a relationship, but I am living by myself, supporting 2 children with no child support. I do get Social Security for Carter, but that also does go off my income. So like if I was making a certain amount of money, I wouldn't get any Social Security for him. So it's not like the Social Security is like an overabundance of money and like I'm like financially okay. Like I struggle like everybody else, don't get me wrong. But I'm not getting any child support at all right now. and I'm doing the best that I can to support these two boys and to work full time and do everything I can to make them out to well-rounded human beings. But there's only so much that I can do. Like, part of it has to come from the school, part of it has to come from his programming, and I have to communicate every single day with these teachers and with their programs to let them know what's going on and to keep things the same. So if they're doing something at his programming, they let me know, and I start doing the same thing with him at home. Then I let school know, and school starts doing the same thing with him at school, and so forth. But it's constant work. It's kind of like having two jobs, and a lot of people really don't understand this. And there was a period of time where I didn't work because I didn't think I would have the opportunity to work because I would end up getting fired. But I can't give up. So, I am back at work, and I have to be because I have, two boys to support, and I am living on my own. But it's very hard. And I think some people, when they say, oh, well, like when I had FMLA, oh, well, you just here whenever you want to be, or you just leave whenever you want to be. You just say this is going on, or that there's this appointment and it's really not happening. Oh, and it's really not that bad. Well, you don't know because you're not there and you're not the one actually dealing with it, but actually it is that bad. And, if you were in my shoes, you probably would be, I don't know, you would have a lot of issues. Like, it's taken me a long time to get to the point I'm at where am in my life that I can look at things in a positive light. But there are just some people that really just like bother me. And it's like, why would you even say some of the things that you say? And like some of the looks that I get. And it just, the whole thing, I don't know. I don't understand. Somehow I accidentally paused my video. I don't know. I pushed the enter button and it paused my video. I have no idea. But I will tell you, yesterday I went to the place where Maddox is going to be getting services at. I'm not going to say the name. I'm not going to say the address. I'm not going to say the director's name. None of that. But I will say it's going to be very good for him. He's going to be going Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 3:30 to like 7:15. This will give me, Carter, an opportunity on Wednesdays to go to church because Maddox, he hates church, and I don't know why. I mean, it doesn't matter if we're going to like a Lutheran church. It doesn't matter if we're going to like one of those churches where everybody gets up and sings. It doesn't matter what type of church it is. He wants absolutely nothing to do with it. Nothing. And I'm like, but why? What? And I'm one of those people where like I'm very big about faith and having something to believe in and looking up to a higher power. And I feel like that ties into being positive too, just having something to believe in. And this will be nice because I'll have an opportunity to go back to church, but Maddox also gets an opportunity to work on his social behaviors because, in case you didn't know, it was about 2 or 3 weeks ago that his current therapy provider decided to bow out, and she said that Maddox had outgrown her program, and I did agree. At the time, it kind of felt like she was just babysitting my child, just chilling on my couch, not really doing anything. So I appreciate her honesty and all of that, but now we're getting him back on track with services. So I'm hoping after spring break I can get that handled and taken care of and everything will be okay. So hopefully we can get that ball rolling. I still have to call the transportation department at school and work that out with the bus and everything. And I have mentioned this before, but we are going to be moving very soon. We are moving to a house, which I feel like is going to be better for the boys. We're going to be 2 blocks away from a park. It's going to be a very good area in Green Bay that there's, a pretty good neighborhood. Over here where we are, it's not really a bad neighborhood, but my neighbors across the street, there's like always somebody coming and going. So you can draw your own conclusions about that as you will, but I don't feel like it's a very good area for my children to be in case police get involved over there or something. I don't want my kids seeing any of that. Like I just don't. And like I worry about leaving something in my car and leaving my car unlocked. I shouldn't feel like that, especially, in my own home, in my neighborhood. So I don't know, but today I'm just like kind of bummed. Like that I had to be home and had to miss out on part of the day. And it's just like, oh, Carter has left for his programming, so he's not here. That's why he's not in my video. Um, I just, there's just gotta be at some point in time where this gets better, because like I need to work and I can't just not work. And at some point in time, there's got to be some company that I work for that's going to understand. And hopefully, where I'm at, that is the case, that they will actually understand and be flexible with me. But I know there's going to be some naysayer out there that's like, that's not fair, and you can't do that, and why don't we get this and that? Oh, because her kids have special needs. Oh, you're favoriting her. Like, the drama, I don't like to deal with the drama. I also don't like addressing people and being like, hey, you need to stop. Like, I'm not one of those really confrontational like people. I'd rather would just be like, you know what, fuck this, goodbye. Like, that's kind of how I am. But it's real hard to do that when you have responsibilities and you have bills. You know, you have to fight for what you need to do. So I'm going to fight to keep my job, and I'm not in any trouble right now. I'm not getting written up as far as I know. Hopefully not. I'm working with HR to see what we can do because I can't get FMLA right now. I'm working with them just to kind of see what we can do to go forward on this, and just so that I can have some job security, because like I just wish that Carter didn't do this stuff. But I mean, and then I have appointments on top of that, so I have to miss work for those appointments, and it's like I just want to make sure I'm financially okay. And today, I don't feel okay. I really don't. But I'm gonna try to be positive. You know, there's a reason for everything, so no matter what happens, there'll be a reason for it. But hopefully, you know, nothing bad does eventually happen with this job, because you know, I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say. I think that's pretty much it. But very quiet in here right now, I will say that. I kind of feel like in a way that I'm like getting punished for my child's behavior, which part of it he can't even help because he has autism. Like, I kind of feel like part of it is my fault, and then I feel like part of it is also like the school's fault, because sometimes they'll say, you know, like your kid did or this or whatever, but it's like maybe the school like didn't think about something and it really upset him because it's not part of his regular routine and he didn't know, you know, what was going on or whatever, and that kind of threw him into a meltdown. You know, I'm not there, so I don't know, so I can't really say, but it could happen. It part of it could be the school, I don't know. But he's going to be at this school for a very long time, even after we move. So I'm hoping whatever it is, it does eventually get worked out and it does get better, because I would like to see him be successful. And I don't know, it's just one of these days where it's like, it's just not a good day for me. And I'm just hoping it gets better. So that's it. If you like this video, give it a like. If you're new, please subscribe and stay tuned next time to see what we're up to. Bye.